Hello, good day everyone, and welcome back to our vlog. So we just finished ventilating on our previous vlog. We just finished ventilating our our ports and ballast tank. Now, after finishing that task, we went ahead on our next job, which is, of course, we gotta repair and replace what do you call this? The gaskets on the expansion joints here. Now, initially, we wanted to replace those gaskets, but Pumpy figured it out that it was best that we could just simply tighten those, the screws that, hold the, what do you call this? Screws that tighten and hold the, I forgot that. Yeah, the screws and bolts that tighten the expansion joints. Now, of course, the expansion joints, from the name itself, is more like the allotment space made on the structures of this ship. It serves as more like a gap, an allotted space or a gap on those pipes. So in case that the ship in case the ship moves, or anything that involves expanding. So we all know it's similar to, let's just say, the gaps on the concrete pavement or concrete highways or roads. You notice that there are some grooves there on the middle, and that is on a straight line. Well, it's very similar to that. And of course, we all know that matter expands. That includes metal, and this includes some pipes on the ship. So when it expands, of course, it takes up space. So that's the main purpose of the expansion joints. It takes up space. Okay. It's best that I probably consult Google about this one. I'm gonna post it anyway later on what expansion joints are. So just to give you a general idea, because honestly, I'm really hard to describe it, but I do know that expansion joints is basically the joints or the gaps that is allotted for in case pipes expand. So I think this is also present in land-based piping systems as well, not only on ships. And yeah. Okay, yeah, so Puppy asking me to open up those two hydrants. Now, the main reason why we have to open those those hydrants, those two of them, is because the pipes is still filled with water, specifically salt water or seawater, and we have to drain it first. I think it's basic thing that I think this is common procedure also when you're repairing some pipes on the land base. Before you repair pipes, you have to drain the water first. I think I think the plumber knows that as well. So for now, we're also plumbers. Well, technically, if you're working with the pipes, you can be considered plumbers. But since we're working on the pipes on the ship, well, it's still called seafarer or merchant marine if you want to get fancy on that. So anyway, I've already drained here this hydrant here. So there's a lot of water coming out. So it's fully filled. Yeah, okay. So if you notice, I also use my wrench as a hammer. Yeah, it's a kind of dual purpose. You use it to adjust those bolts and nuts, and at the same time, you can use it to smash things. Oh my, that is one brown water full of rust. So I have to empty both of these because both of these foam line, the yellow one and the red line, shares the same connection. So I have to empty both of them. So Pumpy here is doing some measurements to see if the expansion joints are tightened correctly. I am not familiar with this one. Pumper really knows about that, the details about that. But it's something about symmetry. You have to, symmetrically tighten those bolts, because if you tighten on one side, of course the other side of the bolts, if you for example you tighten the right, there's obviously the possibility that the left will be loose as well. So he has to tighten it you know, on both sides equally. So there, you can see Pumpy doing the you know, adjustment on those expansion joints. Of course, I'm there to assist Pumpy on his work. I'm not exactly the one doing work, but because it's mostly like his job category. So yeah. So yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust the volume here so that the volume could be heard clearly. So, okay, so Pumpy's still adjusting. Oh yeah, if you notice, the weather is getting awful right now. This is how bad. It may be a little bit windy from what you're looking at, but during that time that we were recording it, the weather was already getting awful, and we already have sea sprays on the front of our ship. So yeah. Okay, so Pumpy is still checking and adjusting the you know, the expansion joints there. Pretty simple stuff, to be honest. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you notice on my previous video, we kinda closed the isolation valve for both the fire pump line and the what do you call this? The foam line. It's because that we're going to repair it. So this is the video following a few hours after the previous video or the previous vlog that I made. We're now currently adjusting it, those expansion joints, and checking if there's any leaks, because it was kind of reported by chief mate here. Our chief mate that there were some expansion joints that have a leaking problem. So the first off that we're going to do is just basically, well, initially, since it was leaking, our main idea was to replace those gaskets inside those joints, but Pumpy figured out that it would be best if we try it first, just tightening those bolts. Now, if those tightening bolts did not work, we'll probably have to switch to replacing those gaskets. And yeah. For now, on this job category, you can see that I am the official holder of the ladder. Yeah, I am kind of like holding the ladder right now, but that's not really a problem for me. After all, I was just assisting Pumpy here. I'm not exactly the one doing the job here. Well, I'm doing the job for the most part, but not all of it. Like I said, I'm just only an assistant to Pumpy at the moment. Okay, so Pumpy's still doing those measurements. Yeah. Honestly, the weather is really getting problematic on that. We're already having occasional rain showers on this one. As in, we're gonna have rain showers every couple of minutes or so. So the weather was really bad here. So yeah, that's what is happening right now. So I'm just gonna put on the ladder here for Pumpy to climb up. Okay, so take his time. The weather is not really doing good right now. So Pumpy is just basically adjusting the you know, the nuts on the upper areas of those expansion joints. Oh, by the way, we have on our job order here, we have to adjust 3 of those expansion joints, 3 rows of expansion joints. So yeah, as you can see, the weather is not very good right now. It's already raining, so I got to run and hide on the nearest shelter that I can find. And fortunately, all tankers have this sort of structure, this one, where you can hide in case of you know, bad weather. You can see my camera's all wet. So yeah, I'm just gonna hide here because the weather is bad. So if you're working as a sailor, remember, it's not like college or in high school where there's an occasional rain, or the weather service like Asa already mentioned in signal number 2 or automatically cancel the classes. Since we're already on the professional level and we're not in school anymore or in college, you still get to work, unfortunately, even though if you kind of feel like the weather's already signal number 3. Yeah, that's how awful. That's how awful the profession is. You still have to do work even though it's already signal number 3. I think on the inter-island, inter-island maritime industry is also the same thing. They'll let you go on a voyage even though it's already signal number 3. But it's, of course, that situation is more like on the Philippine Coast Guard and Philippine local jurisdiction. But since we're in the international, there's no such thing or government agency or body that will prevent you from working on having a weather like a signal number 3. In other words, to simply put, you're still working business as usual even though it's already signal number 4 outside. Yeah, I know that's kind of weird, but that's how a lot of seafarers, of course, I've already complained about that. But like I said, this is on international waters and there is no specific law governing it. And on our case, since this is international waters, we still continue on our work. Of course, the local jurisdiction on this depends on our chief mate if he wants the work to continue while we're experiencing bad weather. But if your chief mate is kind of like don't have empathy, well, expect that you will be doing this work even though it's signal number 4. So yeah, so we're still doing work here, you can see, and what's worse is me and Bumpy are the only ones here doing this work. The other guys have already hit because it's already having a bad weather. So there, we're still adjusting our kind of pretty, if you take a look at it, it might be a pretty boring job because we are just only adjusting those expansion joints with the wrench. But if you're doing that with if you're doing it with a bad weather situation, I think it would be a little bit more interesting on that part. So yeah, okay, so I guess Poppy does it. So yeah, nice. Okay, there we go. So Poppy's really adjusting the bolts and nuts on that, on this, what do you call this? On this expansion joints. I think I kind of missed out the footage that we actually replaced one expansion joint's gasket. I think it was not caught on my spy camera. Or simply, I guess I kind of erased it or accidentally erased it. But for now, at least we have an idea on how we work with expansion joints. So yeah, we're kind of tightening it at the moment. So that's our one more thing as a side note, buckets are really useful when working hard deck. Kind of holds everything. Yeah, it kind of holds everything, all of your tools there. So you can see the weather is really bad. So yeah, that's the thing. I think Pumpy saw something on the upper, on the upper, what do you call this? On the upper pipes. I think the engine guys forgot their wrench. Well, actually, they forgot their wrench, but their wrench is actually owned, or it's actually from the tech department. So Puppy is suggesting me that I could, get it up there. Unfortunately, there's a small space, not enough for my helm, so I have to remove it. So okay, I think I have to, I think I could fit in there because I'm not really that fat after all. Okay, so yeah, just give me a moment here. I am going to I'm trying to fit on the space because the space is very small. So I just want to take a look because I do not know what's the position of those wrench, or what's the position of the wrench that was left behind by the engine. So I have to go take a peek outside first. So I'm dragging my ladder here. Okay, right. We're just gonna drag Okay, so I'm just gonna take a peek.
Nandun sa pinakatuktok.
Okay, right.
Pinakatuktok.
Right, nice. So yeah, like I said, it's already on the topmost part of the pipe. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I could make. Yeah, I think I could fit onto that space and get that wrench for Pumpy here. So yeah, I removed my helmet, but of course my body cam. He doesn't notice that I still have my body cam on. Yeah, the joys of having a body spy camera, body cam spy camera. Okay, this is the part where it's a little bit dark because the spy camera was blocked by the pipe. Yeah, you can't see a thing. Alright, so this is the... Okay, so I've already tapped it and already got the wrench. Unfortunately, yeah, it wasn't covered as spy cam because it accidentally switched it off when I went in the pipe. So there, we've already got the tools, the size 24 fixed wrench here. Okay. Right, so we're gonna hide from now because the weather is really extremely getting bad. You can see also that the lenses on my body camera is already fogged from the water and occasional showers. So I'm just gonna adjust this adjustable wrench here. And Puppy's already ordered me or told me that we should secure now our equipment because the weather is really getting really awful. And yeah. Okay, so I just have to carry this ladder here. Alright, there we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm carrying it. So we're gonna go on the midship deck store just to store all our equipment. To be specific, the starboard midship store.
Alright.
So there, the weather's really awfully bad now, so we have to secure all the stuff. And I'm carrying the A ladder. But good thing the A ladder here on board is really light. I can carry it myself. It doesn't weigh beyond at least 4 kilograms. So that's pretty light, to be honest. I mean, at least for an A ladder, because some land-based A ladders could weigh as much as 10 kilograms, that heavy. But this one's pretty light because it's made of aluminum. So you can see I'm kind of rushing towards the starboard deck store. There we go. Okay, Puppy's already there, securing his tools, and I am also carrying my A-ladder here. Okay, I'm just gonna drop it out here on my left side. There. And I have also to secure the hose. Oh, and before we end this video, of course, I would just like to thank you all for watching, and if it's not asking too much, you can kindly click on the like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. It will really help me a lot when it comes to the YouTube statistics, and you know, it might be a small favor, but it's really a big help for me. So yeah, thank you everyone for if you would do that. So anyway, now going back, we only got a few more minutes of videos left here, and we're now securing the air hose that we used. Thirdly, if you notice, the air hose we used here is to, well, it's basically used to operate our pneumatic airbrush, but unfortunately I did not caught the video on that when the part where we replaced the gasket of the one expansion joints. So you can see here I am securing it very fast, the air hose. Okay, there we go. So I just have to coil it in a circular fashion. That's how you store those you know, hoses on the deck. You secure it always on a circular fashion, or coil it. That's what a lot of people might tell. Okay, this might take a while because this is a very long hose. Yeah, seriously, I think it's more than 20 meters, I think. Anyway, there's no exact measurement when it comes to air hoses, as long as it's long enough to suit the person working on the needs. So there's no specific standard for that. And of course, air hoses come in different sizes as well. But for the one, this one is sufficient enough to operate pneumatic operated type of tools, including the pneumatic airbrush. Okay, so yeah, I probably have to put this one in the corner of the tech store. So I'm gonna tighten it up just to secure it. There we go. Nice. There. Okay, so air hose is secured on the work. And okay, so Puppy's kind of telling me to put the ladder on the side here. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. So we're just gonna put all the equipment that we use on work here temporarily until the weather clears up, because the weather is really awful right now. We couldn't work outside, and the rain is we're having a huge rain every now and then. And from the looks of it, it's not gonna clear. The weather's not gonna clear out within an hour or two, or probably for the whole day. So we have to probably have to switch jobs, probably most likely on the inside. But for now, we just have to take shelter for safety, of course. Oh, there. And that really concludes our work for now with Pumpy. Well, not exactly conclude, but postpone it for now. And yeah. So we're going back now to the accommodation to seek shelter. Like I said, the weather is not really good, and it's very rainy right now. So anyway, before I end this video, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you again. This is Operator 214. Have a great day, everyone, and see you again on our next vlog journal. So bye-bye. See ya.